In this story, we are shown that due to the spread of a deadly virus, all humans in the world have turned into zombies. But these are not ordinary zombies. They are so fast that they can catch a running airplane. Some are so clever that they can think beyond humans, and some zombies can find their target from several kilometers away by scent. But in this world surrounded by danger,
now only 2 humans are left alive. Will these 2 be able to survive or not? In today's video, at the beginning of the story, we see a boy sitting in his room, watching cartoons on TV. Suddenly, the TV signal goes out and an emergency report starts appearing on the screen. This news wipes the smile off the boy's face. The TV announces that a very deadly virus has spread worldwide, turning infected people into terrifying zombies within minutes. This virus spreads very quickly, and the entire world has been affected by it. The TV announces that whoever is hearing this news should quickly find a safe place for themselves. The boy is watching all this when suddenly a strange sound comes from the room upstairs. Hearing that sound, the boy's breath catches in his throat. The boy slowly goes upstairs to see. Then it turns out that it was a prank by his older sister. After that, the 2 boys go towards their mother's room and see that their mother is very worried. She calls her husband to tell him about the situation. Her husband, who is a pilot, tells his children and wife that the virus is spreading rapidly everywhere. So don't wait for me at home and quickly find a way to get out of this city. He tells his children that, don't worry, nothing will happen to you. Your mother will take you to a safe place. He shows his children the lucky bracelet he is wearing, which was made by his daughter Abigail. Seeing this, Abigail becomes very happy. On the other hand, their mother is quickly gathering things when she starts hearing shouting from outside. So she quickly takes both her children and leaves the house. Just as they are about to get into the car, suddenly a zombie attacks the children's mother. Out of fear, Abigail quickly hides under the car, and in front of her eyes, her little brother and mother. They sees them dying at the hands of the zombie. The zombie cannot see the little girl and leaves from there. This little girl is trembling with fear. At that moment, she sees that her mother has also become a zombie. The girl's mother starts moving towards her daughter. Before she can harm her daughter, an uncle arrives like an angel and kills Abigail's mother, saving Abigail. A little while later, they see that Abigail's little brother also is converting into a zombie. So, the man tells the girl to cover her ears and shoots her little brother who has turned into a zombie. Now, after this, a scene from 10 years later is shown, and we see that due to the zombie virus, human civilization has been completely destroyed. Cities that once shone with light are now deserted, and all humans have either died or are wandering around as zombies, and only 2 people are left alive. That little girl Abigail, whom Uncle saved, has now grown up. Since that day, Abigail has been raised under Uncle Jack's watchful eyes, and Jack has trained her and taught her to fight zombies. If Jack hadn't come into her life that day, Abigail would have been dead by now. That's why Abigail considers Jack her father. After living alone in the jungle for so many years, Abigail feels very lonely. Her biggest wish is to find a human settlement where she can live with people. But Jack doesn't like living among people at all. At night, when both of them were camping in the forest and sleeping, Jack is awakened by someone's voice. He quietly steps out of his camp and sees that a zombie attacks him. But Jack continuously fires bullets and kills it. And Abigail also reaches there. After hunting zombies in the jungle for the past 10 years, they have gained enough experience to know that zombies live together in herds. They understand that there must be more zombies nearby, so they quickly prepare to leave and ride away on their horses. Just then, their horses start neighing on the way. Jack realizes that danger is near. Both look around and see a jeep overturned by zombies in the distance, where a normal human was protecting himself from zombies. Anyway, very few humans were left in the world, so now they had to save that man from the zombies at any cost. Jack also wanted to test Abigail's aim. That's why he tells Abigail that she will save this man to find out if she is fully trained or not. Jack tells her to calmly aim at the target and then shoot it, but Abigail hastily fires the shot, causing the bullet to... Along with the zombie, the survivor also gets hit. Seeing this, Jack gets very angry at Abigail, after which they both go to the person. They see that this man cannot be saved now, so Jack kills him himself in case he was bitten by a zombie. so that he doesn't come back to life and become a threat to us. After that, they both start taking all the necessary things from the dead man's car. Jack takes the dead man's shoes, and as soon as he puts them on, more of the dead man's companions arrive and many armed people surround them. When one guy sees the dead man's shoes on Jack's feet, then they start to suspect that they killed their companion to loot the supplies, just as these people are about to kill them both. At that moment, a pregnant lady gets out of the car and tells her companions to let them go. Just then, the black horse warns them again, and the next moment, loud noises start coming from the distant forest. Many zombies like a storm. Many people in the group get bitten. The bitten people have no place to hide, and soon, but very few people survive. A strong man unfortunately becomes a victim of a zombie bite. It happens, so he has to shoot himself. His gun runs out of bullets. Now they knew that they couldn't fight them. Abigail seats the pregnant lady in the car. The pregnant lady's husband was also sitting in the car. It happens, and Jack starts the car and quickly leaves from there. Now, there are only 4 people left in the group. All the others have fallen victim to the zombies. A zombie with a dark face becomes angrier seeing his companions dead. Meanwhile, these 4 are traveling in a car to escape from the zombies. On the way, Jack is sitting in the back. They ask who you are and what you are doing here. Upon asking, it is revealed that these remaining people were at a place called Shiptown. Humans live there safely, all necessary facilities are there, and we all go there to live a normal life. Hearing this, Abigail is very happy, because this is the place she has always wanted to go. But Jack said, there is no such colony here. I have been wandering here and there for the past 10 years. The colony is not visible when suddenly their car breaks down in the middle of the road. During this time, the pregnant lady's husband gets out and tells them, I am a mechanic and I can fix it. But due to the lack of tools, the car cannot be fixed. After doing this, they reach a deserted society where tall buildings are still standing. A silence of death is spread all around. People are there. First, they thoroughly investigate this place. When they don't feel any danger, they decide to spend the night here. At night, they light a fire and cook food. Abigail is very eager to go to a place called Shiptown. Along with that, she starts talking to the pregnant woman about that place. The pregnant woman tells her that we have already made contact with the people living in that Shiptown through the radio. It is a very beautiful place where we can live freely. A sparkle in Jack's eyes. On the other hand, Jack sets traps all around outside so that even if they fall asleep, danger is near. He comes inside, takes out a map and explains to everyone that he will escort Megan and David a little distance and then they will go their separate ways.
Abigail's happy with Jack's decision. That's why she goes to Jack and argues with him.
David is taking his pregnant...
Where we cannot reach, we should go with them. Jack says wisely, where there are more people, there is a danger of zombies. Their numbers are also higher, but Abigail, upset with Jack's decision, leaves. However, neither of them knows that the man with the dark face has reached there, sniffing the vehicle. The next morning, Abigail is sitting on the roof looking at her childhood photos when suddenly there is a rustling from the trees below.
Abigail goes that the zombie came inside.
She runs downstairs to warn everyone, when suddenly a zombie starts climbing the stairs to save itself. Jack shakes off the pursuing zombie, causing it to fall down. But in this process, he loses his balance and is about to fall too, but at the last moment, he is saved. A little later, the black-faced zombie arrives there with his companions because he finds out where their companion died, but he arrives first.
Where we stayed last night and the zombie is still there.
They were chasing them, but the good thing was that these people left that place and moved on. On the way, Gail remembers that
Maybe
a
there are
little
some airplanes
further
left which
ahead
could help us
there
reach
is a
Shiptown
small
easily.
airport
But Jack says that
where
if we
my
go to the
father
airport,
went.
it is an open area, and if zombies surround us there, we won't have any way to save our lives. And it's difficult that we also there.
Jack, however, agrees to go there after Abigail insists repeatedly, after which they reach the airport.
But here no one says, "See, I told you there wouldn't be any airplane here." But when they reach a small garage there, the garage door... Luckily, they find a small airplane there. Seeing this, they become very happy because now their way to ship down is easier. The airplane hadn't been used for many days, so zippy kinti. Then David says that it doesn't need much fixing. I can fix it in 10 to 15 minutes. While David is fixing the airplane, Jack and Abigail start looking for some useful things at the airport. Just then, David sees through binoculars that a lot of zombies are coming from afar. They run to the airplane and reach Abigail. They warn her that we need to start the airplane quickly, otherwise, she quickly sits on the pilot's seat and reads the books present there. Her father was a pilot, so Abigail had learned a little about controlling the airplane. Jack tries to stop the zombies by shooting them. Abigail somehow manages to start it, but by then it's too late. Many zombies reach the runway, and their speed was quite fast. One of the zombies even reaches the airplane door, but Jack shoots it and frees the airplane.
But she understood the controls of the plane. Because this happiness was short-lived, as soon as they went a little further, smoke started coming out of the plane's engine. This plane hadn't been in the air for 10 years. That's why its engine blasts, and the plane starts going down. Jack wisely crash lands the airplane into a tree, which causes them some injuries, but their lives are saved.
It was night. Therefore, now they have to travel on foot again. After walking quite a distance, they spend the night in a deserted place.
Because she was coming to bite him. That's why since then, the human inside him has kind of died. Now in this world, he only has Abigail, whom he will keep alive at any cost. And Jack also tells Megan that his intention has changed. Now, I will first take you to Shiptown, which makes Megan very happy. On the other hand, we see that Megan's husband David is trying to shoot himself in the head. Actually, a zombie had bitten his leg, but David hadn't turned into a zombie yet because the wound is very small. That's why his transformation into a zombie is progressing quite slowly. Now he has decided that he will take his wife Megan to this Shiptown and then distance himself from her. The next morning, the four of them continue their journey. On the way, Jack starts noticing David's behavior as strange. Jack realizes that he is infected, so he grabs him and takes him to an empty place, where his wife and Abigail are not visible. He lifts David's pant and sees the zombie bite mark. Now Jack was confirmed that David would soon become a zombie. Jack tells him, "Tell me, would you prefer to die by your own hand or should I do it?" David says, "I won't harm anyone, and if it comes to that, I'll kill myself." So he lets David go. As they continue, night falls and they see a house ahead. Jack raises his gun and starts moving forward. Suddenly, a bright light flashes and they are told through a speaker to lower their weapons. Put them down or you'll be riddled with bullets. Now they realize that there is a person inside. Abigail steps forward and says that their purpose for coming here is not to harm anyone at all. They just need help. Then the owner of the house comes out. He says that you will be given plenty of food and a place to spend the night. But on one condition, you all must leave your guns outside. When they leave their weapons outside, the man takes them inside the house. This man welcomes everyone inside the house and says, "I am a scientist. I live here alone. If I wanted, I could have left from here. But in such places, it is easier for me to conduct research." Here, he gives them very good food. They are amazed to see it all because they hadn't eaten such food in a long time. They pounce on the food. After eating, the scientist also brings drinks for them. They were all very happy because after so many days, they got a chance to sit and talk comfortably. But while listening to the scientist, they find something strange. The scientist says that, look, this virus that has spread is a very bad thing. But on the other hand, this has also upgraded humans. Like the weak will be eliminated, and the strong will survive as zombies. He says that zombies live only to eat, not for progress. Therefore,
zombies should rule the world. Hearing this, the four of them find it very strange. Just then, David feels worse and goes to the bathroom. In the bathroom, he looks in the mirror and sees that the virus has completely spread in his body. When David comes back to the hall, he sees that Jack and the others are unconscious. Actually, the scientist had mixed a sedative in the alcohol. Seeing this, David starts attacking the scientist when the scientist presses a button on a device he is holding. David suddenly feels very weak and falls to the ground. The scientist says that he has made this device after years of hard work, with which I can go to any corner of the world, and with the help of this device, zombies cannot harm me. The scientist had created such a device with which he could control zombies, which means now he can become the king of the whole world. He will make everyone dance to his tunes. After that, David loses consciousness, and when David regains consciousness, he sees that he and his companions have been tied up, and now the scientist is going to experiment on all four of them. After doing all this, the scientist says, "Would you like to meet my wife?" Then we see the scientist's wife, who was a zombie, and the scientist had kept her in a cage and would capture humans to feed her. The scientist also created this device by experimenting on his wife. When the scientist opens the cage door, his wife first starts attacking him, but the scientist controls her and sends her towards the four of them. She attacks Jack, but he kicks her back. But then David breaks the rope with the power of the virus and frees his other companions as well. The owner of the house senses the danger and immediately runs away. After that, the four of them quickly grab their belongings and come out. Luckily, they find the scientist's car outside and drive towards the forest. But the scientist was not going to give up. He uses his device to control a horde of zombies to chase them. Jack increases the car's speed and leaves the zombies far behind. But the road ahead was blocked. Now they have no choice but to go on foot. After walking a little further, the zombies catch up to them again. David realizes he doesn't have much time. He will turn into a zombie soon, so he tells them to move ahead and decides to stay back to stop the zombies. But his wife doesn't want to let him go. On which David says that you have to stay alive for our child, and I am doing all this for my upcoming child. After that, David started fighting the zombies and bravely faced them. For quite a while, he holds off the zombies and his companions get far away from the zombies, but then a zombie comes and David is killed. Jack carries Megan in his arms and moves forward, and finally, they reach the place where there was a human settlement. Abigail starts shouting for help because there were many zombies behind them. Two guards sitting on the tower see them and now start shooting the zombies with a sniper. They started providing them cover. Soon, a boat is also sent for them, and the three of them sit in the boat. Reach inside Shiptown. The black-faced zombie. Their companions. Forward for investing. Stop, Megan. Gave birth to a daughter. He has given, but due to excessive bleeding, she might not survive for many days. Hearing this, Jack feels sad. He quickly goes to the hospital room. Megan has become very weak and she wants to entrust her daughter to Jack, and she wants her to grow up like Abigail. Jack remembers his deceased wife and agrees to keep Megan's daughter with him. Meanwhile, Abigail is enjoying with a handsome boy. She had never even thought that so many people can sit together, drink alcohol, and dance and sing to beautiful music. Therefore, her intention to stay here becomes even stronger. A little later, Abigail sees that handsome boy sneaking into a cabin. Seeing him, she also goes inside. Upon reaching there, she sees that the cabin is completely filled with wires and bombs. There is also a wireless switch hanging there. As soon as she touches that switch, the boy comes running and tells her that they have planted bombs under Shiptown. If this place ever falls into danger, people will escape through that route and blow up this place from outside. But neither of them has any idea. It does not happen at this day so much. The scientist, in anger, also reaches there. He sees that these people have killed many zombies, through which he wanted to rule this world. He uses his control device to take control of the black-faced zombie king. After getting the scientist's help, the water under Shiptown could no longer save them. Many zombies reach those ships from underwater and suddenly attack people. Many people are killed. There is chaos among the people. Meanwhile, Jack also finds out that the zombies have attacked. Jack starts worrying about
Abigail and begins to search for her. He moves forward, killing zombies, and finally finds Abigail. On the other hand, the cycle scientist also reaches the ship and punches Abigail, knocking her down. Seeing this, Jack angrily starts running towards the scientist. Just then, a zombie comes in between and pushes him into the tank, and the scientist also arrives there and wants to take revenge on Jack. He kicks Jack down, but Jack knew that fighting the scientist was futile, so he attacks the scientist and smashes the device in his hand against the wall, breaking it. Now the scientist no longer has the power to control the zombies, after which the old scientist, soon he becomes prey to the zombie. The good thing was that there was already an escape route in this camp. Many of the remaining people reach the other side of the river through the tunnel. When they are about to activate the bomb, the handsome guy doesn't press the button because Abigail is still on the ship. Now Jack and Abigail start running outside, but the zombie king grabs Abigail from behind. Then Jack quickly hits that zombie on the head with a stick, causing it to fall back. Suddenly, Abigail accidentally notices the bracelet tied to the zombie king's hand. This was the same bracelet that she had made with her own hands for her father in childhood. She realizes that this zombie is her father, but now he is not human, but has become a zombie. Here, Jack grabs her by the hand and forcefully tells her to run. Handsome boy. Seeing both of them running, he immediately presses the button on the wireless remote and the entire ship town turns to ashes. However, their fight was not over yet. The camp leader comes holding his neck because he was bitten by a zombie in the fight. Before the virus spread, the black-faced zombie attacked him. The surprising thing was that the zombie king also survived the explosion. Jack immediately runs and starts fighting with that zombie king, but Jack the zombie king's